Funtown Amusement Park's plan is to open a brand new roller coaster this summer at the park. The design team has been given the task to develop an incredible coaster that will set a record across the country in speed, height, or thrills. Every new coaster begins with a specific process. The design team develops the basic ideas for the coasters and then presents the final idea to the CEO. One member of the team, Felix, does an excellent job at being the group critic and pointing out potential issues. In this manner, Felix is always given the devil's advocacy role in final group decision-making. The devil's advocacy decision-making technique is where an individual is allowed to become the critic in the proposed decision. Felix's role is to ensure that the company does not make an expensive mistake and uncover any potential flaws with the options. The design team has come up with the following 3 coaster ideas. Mayday, a traditional wooden coaster with a wooden loop and wooden corkscrew. I Believe I Can Fly, a steel roller coaster with a large gap in the track for the train to jump. The Kitchen Sink, a roller coaster with everything. It has a massive opening drop and reaches speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. It also has 8 inversions. Now it's time for the team to review each of the 3 alternatives and for Felix to play devil's advocate. The biggest strength to using the devil's advocate technique is the ability to prevent groupthink, which is where members try to eliminate discord and agree on a decision even though it may not be the best alternative. The role of Felix is to cause discussion on the coaster alternatives and point out any flaws or risks. For example, the design team is in total agreement that all 3 coaster choices will be amazing. Felix has provided a summary of the coasters pointing all of the issues. The service that Felix will provide as a devil's advocate will lead to a higher quality decision. The devil's advocate technique will also help eliminate any potential future issues or problems. Although the design team agrees that the 3 ideas are really cool, Felix points out the risks involved in each. Mayday, a traditional wooden coaster with a wooden loop and wooden corkscrew. Felix explained that this is a very unsafe ride since wooden roller coaster cars can't go upside down on a wooden track. The cars would fall off. He says that it might sound cool, but lots of lawsuits could be in the company's future with this choice. I Believe I Can Fly, a steel roller coaster with a large gap in the track for the train to jump. Felix announced that the risk of this coaster idea is that the train wouldn't always land on the other track, which would kill the passengers. The Kitchen Sink, a roller coaster with everything. It has a massive opening drop and reaches speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. It also has 8 inversions. Felix thinks that this is the best choice, but it still will cause issues to the rider's eyes and face due to the wind force from the speed. The team continues to discuss the choices based on the risks that Felix has pointed out. The team decides that they will tell the CEO that the kitchen sink is the one to go with. In this coaster, the passengers will have to wear goggles and helmets to protect their faces with the 200 miles per hour movement. The major weakness of using the devil's advocate technique is that some members of the group might just want to argue. It is important for managers to make sure that the members' criticism is valuable and rational. Otherwise, the devil's advocate could just cause delays and disruptions that are not productive. The devil's advocacy decision-making technique is where an individual in the group is allowed to become the critic in the proposed decision. The decision technique helps prevent groupthink and increases the chance of a high-quality decision. It also helps prevent companies from making expensive, risky decisions. The one weakness of the process is that some members take the devil's advocate position to an extreme and argue just to argue. This prevents the company from being productive and moving ahead.